Hey guys and girls, welcome to video number 8, I do believe it is. I've not done many videos for a short while, so there's been a lot going on with the Brooklyn's Fiat Forum event, which is quite nice. The Auto Italia. I caught up with one of my friends, Slugworth, who is subscribed to my channel. Check out his videos, guys. They're pretty cool. What was that? Yes, the Auto Italia event, which is quite nice. But that was with the Fiat Forum, which people are helping me out quite a bit with my car. Let's put some light on it, shall we? Not that you'll be able to see. Big deal. But yeah, rust on the back panel is pretty much non-existent. I've got a small bit just there, if I can zoom in, just there, which can be just sanded down and sprayed over. Bit around the holes, which again just sanded down and sprayed over. Bit around the rear tow bar, which to be fair is just surface rust. There's nothing eaten into it. I've poked it over with a screwdriver, which is all nice. The bumper was quite interesting to take off. I pretty much sheared all the bolts off. The two there and one on that side. I managed to save one bolt. All but the top one. But I tell you guys, if you ever take the bumper off a Fiat Panda, these guys here are a pain in the ass to take out, because the bolts just keep spinning round. It's only when you take the bumper off you figure out that you can just slide it out from them, undo them and just slide them out. But yeah, I didn't realise you could do that. Because I am doing this without a Haynes manual. I've got one manual which covers the 4x4 system. Can't remember the name of the manual now. I've got it somewhere. But I haven't got the Haynes manual, which tells you how to remove various panels and things. Found a cover. Went to the scrapyard looking for Cinquecento parts and found a cover for my tow bar. So I was pretty chuffed with that. Put a bit of grease under there as well. Also found a filler cap, and I also, while I was in there, hence the no lock on the door, found a whole complete lock set. Out of the poor little Fiat Cinquecento, which it was a P-Reg. But the ignition barrel fits. While I'm actually here, I'll show you how to remove the ignition barrel from a Fiat Cinquecento. Right, let's see if I'm looking at what I'm doing. First of all, what you do is you put your key in the barrel, like so, and it goes. You turn to position 1, like that. Oh, my wipers are going off. Come on, sit right. There we go. There's a little button here. You push that in, and you just pull, and the barrel comes out. Like that. Unfortunately, you have to use a screwdriver to put it back to ignition 1. But there's a slight problem with mine. One of the lugs has snapped off. As you can see, on the normal barrel, they should look like that. But in comparison, the Cinquecento and the other one are exactly the same ignition locks. Are absolutely identical. The only thing that's different, let's put that back in there, to put the key back in again, you put it into the running position, just put it in, and turn it and it comes out. Fix my heating controls. This bolt had fell out there. So all these heating controls here actually just pull the lever to make them work, not push them down, because now you can actually hear it working. If the wind would go away. Oh yeah, I've got this gazebo up as well. You mad rain. Just try and pee down on me. Okay, looks a bit thin in places, but it'll keep the worst off. I've got the sides for it as well. Just wind there. That's all we need. Big gust of wind, and this will go flying down the garden. Yeah, windscreen's taken out. Quite an easy job. I didn't have to cut the rubber either. I found out that once you've got access to inside of the car, you just keep kneading. You keep pushing the rubber down and try and push the rubber underneath this lip. Keep doing that all the way around the screen. You've only got to do it to about here on both sides just start from the top, and then the whole screen will just pull out from the top, which is really good. And the rubber is actually in pretty good condition. It's a bit green, but it's nothing a good scrub up can't fix. It's in pretty good nick. I don't know how well it's coming out, probably blurred to hell. And it's actually pretty good, that rubber is. I don't mind the new one, but to be fair, it is that easy to take out. It's something I could do at any point in time. There you go, there's me in there, look. Whee. Good camera. This camera's really good. Ah, cool, zoom in, zoom out. Sweet. Yeah. Like I say, I should have done some more videos on the thing, but to be honest, it's been quite a chaotic time. I had a friend stay over and we put an alarm in his Fiat Cinquecento. Towed alarm. That was all pretty good. And yeah, still got that to do under there. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know. I've got to cut it all out and make new panels. Oh, I wish I could have help with that. But yeah, I best crack on with it and stop yapping on. So keep watching, guys. Now we get up to the point where the rust is. Got a little bit there which is just surface rust, thankfully. I can soon sort that out. My drainage holes are not blocked, which is good. And on this side, I've actually already started cutting it out because it was eaten right the way along here. Its bottom panel's pretty good. There's two lips on it, as you can see. There's a weld here, and obviously I've tried to prise it apart, but because I was going to cut the whole lot out. But to be fair, that metal's still pretty thick, so if I brush it down a bit more, which is what I've been doing, and just bend it back into shape, it should be fine. Should, being the word. We'll see. Other than that, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good so far. Just got to make a plate that goes over there and bends down into here. And I could, being lazy, because the plates are so close together, just weld directly onto this bottom plate, not onto this, not make a new one to go on the top, just weld onto that. That should work fairly well. Just over that is the one that the windscreen sits on. Time will tell and we will see. It depends how I make it. I've still got to cut more out anyway. So there's a bit there that needs cutting out. So I'll cut that up to there. Make it nice and square. You mad rust? You jelly? Looking good, looking good. Made a bit of a mess there, but I bet I can fill it with a MIG welder. Now just to tuck it into place and run some nice smooth welds into it. Just wish it wasn't this windy. Oh well, we'll see how it goes. That's quite nice anyway. Be bashed into shape when I've got it welded in. Jobs are good. Oh, I forgot to add. Yeah, I actually left this bit of the panel in, and this was the bit I cut out because beyond the weld, it was actually pretty good. Okay, I've ground it back a bit, but there's no rust there. But this was the bit I had to cut out here and here to here. And I've just made a piece in there, but yeah, that'll be alright. Let's get it all together again. Well, guys and girls, it has gone dark, unfortunately. I've been at this for about an hour and a half. Went in for my dinner. come back out to try and finish it off. It's about 9:30 now. Some guy with a very loud motorbike. And you can see I've ground it back a little bit. Oh, I've got the plate in. I don't know, I can't remember if I showed you it welded, but there was a pigeon muck welding, unfortunately, as it was quite windy when I was welding. I'm not admitting that I'm a bad welder, honestly. But yeah, pigeon muck welding. My welding is normally really good. It's just that when it's windy, you just can't weld. Simple as that. The wind, now it's gone dark, has died down quite a bit. In fact, there's no wind at all. I feel quite safe having the gazebo out. As you can see on this, there is just, look, no wind whatsoever. A little bit of wind, but nothing massive. But just got to grind it down. Been using the Dremel, wherever it's gone, the Dremel. I've got to sort my light covers out because they're rusty on the bits that bolt onto the car. Nothing I can't fix. Yeah, I don't know how well it's going to come out on the camera, but in here it's quite smooth. On the outside it's a bit rough, but I can get to this with a grinderette. So it's a bit there that needs grinding down a bit. I'm not too chuffed about that bit. I'm going to have to fill that up with a bit of weld and grind it back, but we'll see. So I'll probably get the grinderette in there anyway. So a lot of this is Fiat welding. All that there is welding done by Fiat. It's not the best welding in the world, but it seemed to have worked. Oh well. The important thing is I've got no rust there anymore. I've just got to protect it nicely. What does it feel like on the bottom? Not too bad. Could be better, could be worse. Yeah, I'll just fill it with underseal. Bugger it. Underseal it, that'll fix it. You mad water. You mad rust. I know it's not what you're supposed to use, but it'll fix it. It'll be alright. At least it won't rust there again. Because obviously the wind's hitting the car. It goes down into the thingamajiggy vent. Obviously to stop water from hitting your face. It's like a U-bend on a sink. Instead of it going straight at you, it gives it something to hit, drip off onto, and then the air flows around. But because the water's heavy, it drips to the bottom. But not like the old Land Rover ones where they used to soak you through. No, all that welding's melted the paint off it. Oh well. But yeah, just fill that with a bit of weld. I think it will be alright. We'll see. It's not bad. Hey, it's my first time. Go easy on me. I've never had a car I can play with before, apart from the Corsa, but it's never had interesting problems like this one does. Where I had to take the windscreen out to fix it. Oh well, at least it's an easy job on this. At least it's not glued in with some stupid glue or something. Crazy. Like it is in some modern cars. At least it's just held in with rubbers. Like I say, the rubber was pretty good. That's the drainage hole that I was told about. Looks pretty good actually. It doesn't look like there's any water in there. It doesn't look like there's any rust in it either. I don't know how hard it is to take them out. So obviously I'd love to take them out to do the painting. But it looks like I would have to take other things out. Was that the bonnet? Oh, that's the bonnet, is it? Hinge. So I'll have to see. I'll have to investigate that further on. Otherwise, it could just be maxed up. But yeah, it's a bit of a design fail, that bit. I mean, obviously mine's not gone rusty there, but that's normally where they go rusty on that thing. Don't know how long this camera's going to last. It's what do you call it? It's flashing at me till my battery's flat. Hee hee. I scratched it. Whoops-a-daisy. Doesn't matter, the whole scuttle's going to be painted satin black. It should be, the original colour should be the same colour as the car, but satin black I think would look nice. It's a lot easier colour to paint in. Obviously you've got the nice vents which will separate the outer from the inner. I've got a touch up here as well. I've nicked it with the file, but again that's under the rubber, so I can just cover that with, sand it back, prime it, and cover it with a bit of satin black again. We'll see though. I could actually use the mini airbrush on it, a really small airbrush, the intricate airbrush, as I think my dad called it. We'll see anyway. Anyway, that's it for now. I've got the glass in the boot of the car, on top of all the tools. So, yeah. Fuel to get it started. You can see where I was really lazy. I'm not okay. I'm gonna tell you guys, I was really lazy, and I know I shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there was no one else around at the time, and I couldn't move this thing for the world. I just hadn't got the strength, because it's quite a steep slope. It doesn't look it, but this slope it's on is quite steep to get a car up. And there's a bit of a ramp there. Whoops-a-daisy, that's where I spilled all the engine oil. No, you didn't see that. But there's a good ramp there. And yeah, I started the engine up on the car, and I drove it forwards, forgetting that there was no fuel tank on, and forgetting that the pipes were just chucked into a jerry can, one of those guys down there. That is a diesel one, but it's got petrol in it. Yeah, whatever. And I started the engine up and drove it forwards, forgetting that the jerry can was underneath. And as I went forwards, I made a lovely line of petrol all the way up the driveway, as it pulled the pipes out and just kept going. I'm quite surprised it actually kept running. But oops. Yeah, that's quite bad. That's going to take a long time to go away. But I don't think my parents are too fussed, because they want this resurfaced anyway. Alright then guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Still not done the bloody welding on the rear wheel arch. That's going to be tackled at some point in time. So I'll catch you later.